Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Bishop. I'm a Public Information Officer with the California Interagency Incident Management Team 2. Tonight, we're having our third meeting in regards to the McKinney Fire. The McKinney Fire is currently at 60,379 acres, and we're at 55% containment. The Smoky Fire is at 34 acres and 100% containment. I'm going to ask that we hold any questions until the end of the presentation. I'm going to Matt Conklin, our Action Chief with Team 2.
Good evening. We'll start over here on the west side, right above Fort Jones, and we'll work our way around. So here at the branch break, which what we call the Highway 96, this stuff down here is branch 10. All of this stuff above the school that we burnt out 4 days ago or so is all looking really good, nice and mopped in. There are probably 50 or so feet of good mop up into there. We got some black this hand line in this area coming around in Division Alpha, or we've been calling Division Alpha, I should say. All of this is looking good. The crews were able to go direct here in Mill Creek proper, so they were able to do that. They completed that at end of shift yesterday. They got a lot of good mop up in there, so things are looking real good. Very little smoke in that area, so they're making great progress. Coming around the rest of the branch, this was all backing fire last time we talked a week ago. It's all burnt into the line now. A lot of very good mop up in there, and there's maybe, 5% of the smoke that there was even a couple days ago. So a lot of outstanding work into there. Coming down into branch 5, the southern end here of Division Zulu, this little piece of island here was kind of trying to give us some fits. We tried to burn it, and it just wasn't really successful, so we went and cut it out. So we completed that at end of shift yesterday. Again, crews are doing a lot of great mop up in there. They're about 100 feet now of mop up and continuing to improve those. As we come through here, near this drop point 7 right here, which doesn't mean a ton to you, but just somewhere where we stage stuff. We had a little bit of heat poke up itself today. We're just cleaning itself up, so we had some aircraft working that. Again, it's all well interior, but we wanted to ensure that it wasn't going to go anywhere. Had a little bit of a mosaic burn in here, so we wanted to clean that up. So it's looking very good now. No smoke in that area anymore. All along this road system here through the hand line above the gap is all looking very good. No smoke shown in here, no heat. They're 300 plus feet in of great mop up. A lot of great work going through there. The last piece of uncontained fire that we had here in the bottom end of branch 1, which is the west side of our fire, has been lined 3 days ago now. Again, they're working it out. Very mosaic-y burn in here, kind of a dirty burn. Our rain that we got there last week kind of halted a lot of that stuff, so we had to go cut that out. Crews have been very diligently working in there to mitigate all of that stuff. And I can share with you tonight that Division Tango, which would be the north slope of the corridor here for the 96, we do have control line on all of that now. So we have hand line, dozer, or roads, or some natural barrier around the entire fire tonight. So that's progress made. Worked a bunch of aircraft in here, supporting the troops as they were going direct, and this was our primary objective today, was to complete that, and we were successful in doing so. Coming down the rest of the 96 corridor to Beaver Creek, things are looking very good. We had a couple interior smokes that have been reported last couple of days as new fires. They're not. They're well interior, some miles in. So you guys might have saw a little bit of smoke production today and yesterday. Those are far interior, couple mile islands that were cleaning themselves up, which is a good thing. So we're looking very good. Here our spot fire right near Beaver Creek is contained and controlled, so we're looking really good there. Crews were able to finish that project today. We had to do some snag mitigation on the top end of there, and so everything's looking really good. Our Smoky Fire here, what we're referring to as Division Quebec, as Stephanie alluded to, is 34 acres and out. So we're looking really good there. It'll be in patrol status for the duration of the period of time that we're here, but otherwise no issues working on the Smoky incident. Coming around the rest of Division Papa or the north slope of Highway 96 corridor, a lot of great mop-up in here. They're about 200 feet in of very good mop-up, so we have very good containment coming along all the way here and back to the 96 corridor. So that's your update.
Thank you for that, Matt. Our next speakers will be Forest Supervisor Rachel Smith with the Klamath National Forest and Siskiyou Unit Chief Phil Anzo.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out again. As you heard, the fire's looking really good. We've had some great assistance with the weather, and the Lord provided us with some rain that we took advantage of. One thing I do want to mention is that this fire is extremely big, and it amazes me that when we work together towards a common goal, what we can accomplish. And this is the result of that. Having these lines contained all the way around the fire this early on is pretty amazing. And it's because of the hard work from your local, state, and federal firefighters out there on the ground, putting forth 100% of their effort to accomplish this goal. And it's always been to keep this fire in the smallest footprint possible and to help protect our communities. So we're moving pretty rapidly considering the size of this incident. So please bear with us a little bit longer for those of you that are still out of your homes. We are making great progress, and those evacuation areas are being evaluated daily, on a daily basis. So that is the goal, to get you back in as safely and as quickly as we possibly can. So thank you for joining us today, and I'll be here for any questions you might have later. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Anzo. Rachel Smith, I'm the Forest Supervisor of the Klamath National Forest. I wanted to thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you again for your support and patience over the last couple of weeks. Chief Anzo and I have been unified from the beginning of this fire, and tonight we are both unified as well in mourning loss that we've had in our local Klamath and National Forest in Siskiyou County. So today we confirmed the loss of one of our longtime lookouts. Kathy Schupman was one of our lookouts who'd worked on the Klamath National Forest since the early 1970s. She was actually 73. She would have been 74 in November of this year. And she'd been our primary lookout on the Buckhorn Bali lookout since 1993. Buckhorn was really close to her hometown of Klamath River. And she was in Klamath River on Friday, a week and a half ago, when the fire blew up, and as the fire so rapidly approached the community. So we've confirmed and worked with her family to confirm that we did lose her, and wanted to share that with the overall community. Please know she's a beloved community member, and we learned today that in addition to spending a very substantial 48 years on the Klamath National Forest, she also had time as an educator. So she was an elementary school teacher, and she taught a generation of kids first and second grade. In addition to that, she's a very memorable voice on the radio. So like most of our fire lookouts, she was someone who checked in and was there every season for our firefighters. She knew exactly where fires were. So one of the things that made her very special is she was able to give our responding firefighters a very accurate and very detailed idea of where fires were. So that saved them time, that saved them sweat and energy, and it also helped them be more effective in really quickly putting fires out. So she died in her home of nearly 50 years in Klamath River, and just wanted to ask folks to take a moment with me now of silence and think of Kathy. Thank you. Kathy's survived by her sister, Shirley, who lives out in Reno, and her many friends and neighbors who made the Klamath River their home. Thank you again.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to do some question and answers. We have Jonathan who has a microphone if anybody has a question out in the audience. I think we have one or two online that I can get and bring over. So the one question we do have online, I believe it's going to go to you, Brian. It's a question in regards to, can you provide an update on structure assessments? How many were destroyed and how many need to be assessed still?
Yes, good after evening, everyone. There's still a percentage of the structures being evaluated through the DINSR team and through our teams with the county. Right now we're in the hazmat side of things, so we're looking through a lot of the debris. At last count, there was 86 structures, and as of right now, that's probably going to change tomorrow. And then we had some outbuildings as well, garages, sheds, carports, some of the other buildings, but 86 residents as of right now. And there's a few others that we'll see coming once the reports are done. So.
Thank you.
Sorry. Also, that information is on the Cal OES, or not Cal OES. It is on Siskiyou County OES's page. And if you click there, you'll see a DINS, D-I-N-S, and that is a damage inspection. So you can click there, and it's a GIS link that will have photos as well as an uploaded link for those that are interested. Thank you. Okay, now I'm done.
Thank you, Brian. The only other question we had online is reference to Highway 96 and when it will be open. What I'm going to say to that is a constant everyday assessment that is done between law enforcement and the fire personnel. They're constantly looking at it, evaluating it, and trying to see when's it going to be safe to be open. Like Brian said, they have hazmat teams out there still and other crews that are still working in that area. So as soon as it is open, it will be announced, and we will let you guys know. We don't have any more questions this evening. We do have the personnel that will stay behind if you guys have questions or want to look at the map and ask questions. Feel free to come on up and ask them. Thank you and have a good evening.